Okay, hello and welcome back. We are playing Cataclysm Classic today. For those of you who watched my last stream, unfortunately the VOD is just, um, it reflects the stream itself, so it gets stuck on screens and stuff while I'm still merrily continuing on. So I haven't decided yet if I'm going to re-record it offline and then just upload an accurate video, or if I'm just gonna leave it as is, because the problem with re-recording is I've read through it all already. You don't get my genuine surprise reaction to reading stuff for the first time. But at the same time, you're not getting the full experience of the Let's Play if I leave it as is. So it's a toss-up, and I haven't decided yet which way I'm gonna go. But at least with this, I've already been through this. You know I've been through this. The storyline is not a surprise at all for me. So if the recording gets wonky, because I can't go back and do it over again like I can with a visual novel. But we started with the Worgen starting zone that took 3 streams, and then we moved on to Westfall last week. We should be able to finish it today, depending on how quickly I get through the stuff. But I know what I'm doing, I know where I'm going, so it's not like I'm gonna get lost or anything. So in Westfall, there's it started out with a murder investigation headed by Horatio Lane, who's a spoof on Horatio Kane from CSI Miami. Complete with doing the puns and putting the glasses on when he hits the actual pun part. And we investigate, in the course of investigating, we realize there is a serious refugee problem in Westfall due to the fighting in Northrend that took place during Wrath of the Lich King, which we have. This was my first. This expansion was the first one I played, so I was not familiar with what was going on in Northrend when I first did this stuff. And honestly, I did not read the quest text. I'm making an effort to do that this time. So eventually we ended up coming to Sentinel Hill, and in the course of our investigating, we found out there's something going on in Moonbrook. So that's where we're headed now. We have to go there on foot because our level 17 is not high enough for riding a horse or anything yet. In FF14, the ability to use a mount was tied to the main quest progression, but that's because in FF14 you can play multiple jobs. You can play all the jobs if you want. It's not limited by your race or faction, which actually with Cataclysm that's no longer limited by faction either. Anyone, even Lalafells, affectionately known as potatoes, can be tanks if they so choose. And honestly, gnomes can be tanks as well. Gnomes and gobos can be tanks. I think they're both limited to warrior or death knight at this point. But yeah, and WoW, you have to be at least at this point in the game, and during this expansion, you have to be at least level 20. They did a level squish after Legion, and that affected what level you had to be. You can choose up to 2. There are 2 types of professions. There's primary and secondary professions. Primary professions are things like skinning, mining, herbalism. Those are the gathering professions, and then the crafting primary professions are leatherworking, engineering, blacksmithing, jewel crafting, alchemy, inscription, tailoring, and enchanting. Since I'm playing a hunter, as evidenced by my doggy next to me, I chose to be a leather worker and skinner, and actually Worgens get a bonus to skinning because they are Worgens. They skin faster, and they just naturally start out.
Inventory is full.
Oh, I need to sell shit. Okay. I can't even use that item. Okay. There. That is one of the downsides to being a skinner. In order to skin a skinnable mob, they need to be completely looted, and it's a pain in the butt when other players are killing mobs and not looting them completely. So there's mobs that you can skin if only people would loot them, but they won't loot them because they don't want all the stuff in their inventory. Oh, I need to actually put on that. Okay. That's not the voice of experience at all. Okay. You can tell, the quality of an item you're looking at just by the color of the name. Great quality items you can safely sell. They generally aren't going to be an upgrade of any sort for you. Oh, okay.
For the Alliance.
Okay, need to put on the new gear. That is an upgrade. I think there's...
I buy and trade.
Yeah, I was still wearing stuff from the Gilnean starting zone. Okay. So these things, Gore-Tusk liver, coyote meat, brilliant small fish, long john mud snapper, those I can all actually cook using the cooking profession, which ties into the secondary professions. There's 4 of them total. There's archaeology, fishing, cooking, first aid. In later expansions, first aid gets meshed with tailoring, so that's no longer an option for anyone except tailors, but it does make tailoring super easy to level regardless of expansion. You just do all the first aid recipes, boom, you're done. So cooking, you both learn recipes from a trainer, and there are scrolls where you can learn recipes such as cooked crab claw, but you notice the red text says require cooking 85. I need to level my cooking up to 85, which I can't even do right now because my cooking can only go up to 75 until I talk to a trainer. Once I get to level 50 of whichever profession, I can go and talk to a trainer to learn the next level of that profession, and then I can level it further.
Light be with you.
To Moonbrook. The natives are restless, Justana. I don't know what's going on, but homeless activity in this area has quadrupled in the past 2 days. If I didn't know any better, I'd say they were planning something.
Be careful.
Propaganda. We've noticed a rise in violent acts amongst the homeless of the area. Something or someone is getting them all riled up. Now whoever is behind all of this is getting more organized. Just recently a group of thugs came through here handing out pamphlets. Enter Moonbrook and look for evidence, propaganda, leaflets, whatever. Bring whatever you find back to me. Maybe we can find the source through the writings. Cover an informational pamphlet, secret journal, an issue of the Moonbrook Times, and mysterious propaganda.
Bless you.
And since I talked to her, I could fly back to Sentinel Hill.
See you later.
Instead of having to walk. When I first did this, these quests, This was not an incense burner. It was just a cube made up of white and blue smaller cubes. So that was hilarious. I did not know that he was a... I knew next to nothing about World of Warcraft at that point. Oh, hi there. Excuse you.
I need to target something first.
Red bandana. That is actually a quest item. I don't know why I don't get the little thing saying it's a quest item. Oh, right, that's cloth. That's a leather. Okay, so those are more armor, and I lose 1 stamina if I get critical strike rating. I'll probably go ahead and equip it. Okay, attack! I can direct my pet to attack.
I need a target.
In Cataclysm, hunters cannot use their ranged weapons within melee, which is, it's been a bit of a learning curve because I'm used to playing a hunter in retail, and you don't have to worry about melee or not there. Most other games where I've played a ranged character, a hunter, ranger, archer, whatever you want to call it, a character that uses a bow and or gun, then the bad guys being in melee hasn't been an issue. I know in D&D, you're at a disadvantage if you're trying to shoot someone who is in melee with you. So that's probably where that idea comes from for World of Warcraft. These guys are level 13, I'm level 17. It's really not a big deal. I am easily defeating them. But if I come here after leveling in Elwyn Forest, that's a different story. Because you end up ridiculously over leveled after doing the Worgen and Goblin starting zones. I mean, honestly, I really should have just gone straight to Red Ridge instead of Westfall, but I just like the story in Westfall, and it connects to the previous version. Okay, mysterious propaganda. That's I think I have to go in here, but at the there it is. I see it. It's on the door. But yeah, it's actually been a while since I actually did Westfall, but I like the story, so I thought it'd be a good choice for a playthrough. Elwyn Forest, that's a bit low, even for, given I was like level 14 or 15 when I finished the Worgen starting zone, so going to Elwyn Forest, no, like there wasn't even a hero's call to do Elwyn Forest. Of course, it is where humans, characters end up questing to start with. Oh, I forgot to actually read that. I wonder. There is a website that has all the quest text. So I'm going to see if I can find that there. Propaganda. There we go. Completion. V? The only V I know is Van Cleef, but he died many years ago. Okay. The dawning of a new day. It looks like the meeting the shadowy figure spoke of is starting soon. The homeless are starting to mobilize. I need you to attend the rally and gather information, Justana. Go to the center of Moonbrook and listen in on the rally. Return to me with whatever you find out. Gather information from the Moonbrook rally.
Light bless you.
I wonder... I forgot to check if there was any, text, from the quest items. Oops. So the only patch changes to this quest was it being added, in Cataclysm. Okay, so yeah, the website doesn't have the. Well, okay. Okie dokie. The rally is about to begin. Gather, brothers and sisters, come all and listen. Brothers and sisters, we are abandoned, the orphaned children of Stormwind. Our king sits atop his throne made of gold and shrugs at our plight. Meanwhile, our children die of starvation on these very streets. His war, not ours, cost us our livelihood. We paid for the Lance's victories with our blood and the blood of our loved ones. The time has come, brothers and sisters, to stop this injustice. The government of Stormwind of the Alliance must be made accountable for what it has done to us. Today we are reborn. Today we take a stand as men and women, not nameless, faceless numbers. Sometimes after the first few times I did this, I actually jumped up here and started dancing while she was doing her speech. Just because I've been through it so many times, it's like, I'm not even going to pay attention. I am so through with, you do it enough times, you're like, yeah. Oh, I need one more red bandana.
Well met.
Watch your back, Justana. Thugs and mercenaries lurk in the shadows. So actually, let's go find one more thug and kill him. Kill, kill. So oftentimes they can be found behind buildings, like this. Now I can turn that in. If you'll recall, one of the clues that we picked up, I can't remember if it was from the Gnolls or the Murlocs, was a scrap of red cloth, and now all these thugs are wearing red bandanas.
Greetings. Go with honor, friend.
Red bandanas?
For the Alliance.
I haven't seen a red bandana in 5 years. Could this shadowy figure be attempting to reform the Defias Brotherhood? Oh.
Bless you.
Could hear the cheers from here. It seems as if we've got a huge problem on our hands, Justana. We have to discover the identity of this shadowy menace before we enlist the aid of Stormwind. Perhaps there is another way.
Go with honor, friend.
Secrets revealed. There is a shaman here, Thralius, who might be able to aid us. He's a friend of Brian's who has recently come to Westfall to study the elemental devastation that has befallen us. Speak to Thoralius and see if there is something that he can do to shed some light on the identity of this shadowy figure. Speak with Thoralius the Wise at Moonbrook in Westfall.
Careful. What can I do for you?
Oh, you're discard. You're the provisioner. You're who I need to talk to sell stuff.
Light bless you.
And here is Thoralius. He is a Draenei. Oh, oh, I'm almost as tall as him as a Worgen. And now I'm standing on the incense burner. Ow! Ouch! 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 So yes, this is a Draenei. They were introduced in Burning Crusade, along with Blood Elves.
Open your heart to the light.
Secrets revealed. Yes, perhaps I could be of some assistance. When I was in Northrend, I helped the people of Valgard uncover some of the mysteries of the Reichhol by delving into the spirit world. Perhaps the same could be done here. Would not surprise me if I actually did that quest for him and then completely forgot about it. Not at the time that I first did these quests, but later on. A vision of the past. This incense will put your body and mind in a deep meditative state. Once the trance begins, you will be pulled into the spirit world. Do not fight the trance once it has begun, Justana. Allow the spirits to show you what they know. You must leave now. Go to the Dead Mines, a place which I am told holds great significance in the history of Westfall. Once inside, use the incense. You may enter the Dead Mines through the old farmhouse south of here. Follow the homeless. Return to Grind with your discovery. Enter the Defias hideout and follow the trail of homeless to the Dead Mines dungeon. Enter the Dead Mines dungeon and use the incense burner to see into the past.
Be well.
Okay. Off we go. So I think I have replaced all of my gear. No, I haven't. Oh. Yeah, I've replaced all of my gear, except for my shirt, that I got in, I'm blinking. In Gilneas, there we go. And then Worgen starting zone. Didn't I kill you already? They respawn. Of course I already killed them. Follow the trail of homeless to the Dead Mines dungeon entrance. So this dungeon, excuse me, was changed with when Cata was released. I've done it obviously after Cata was released, since when it was released as retail, because of course I started playing with Cata, but I never actually did any of the dungeons in the classic versions. I never bothered trying, really. So all of these people with the yellow above their heads, they are homeless. And you can see on my map, they're all yellow. And I can't even target them to attack them. Sometimes yellow mobs, you can attack them anyway. Oh. Who are on you? But, only if they have the bar above their heads. If you noticed, his icon had the silver dragon on it. That meant that he's a rare, and he periodically shows up in that spot where he was standing. And this is also a rare.
That's still charging.
The silver dragon means she's going to be a bit more challenging to kill. The dead mines is actually a great spot to mine tin or copper. Even in the dungeon itself, you can mine those. But obviously I'm not a miner, so I always get turned around in here, and the map doesn't help because they didn't start including maps for cave systems until a later expansion. I can't remember if it was Mists of Pandaria, no, don't want to go there, or Warlords of Draenor, but it was one of the two. And one of the maps that they included, thank goodness, was this one, this cave system. So there's more tin. Here we go. This leads to the dungeon. So this is the dungeon entrance, and the nice thing about World of Warcraft is you can enter it on your own. This is the loading screen. Used the instance burned 5 years ago in the heart of the dead mines. Look at all them dead bodies. So this is a preview of the Dead Mines dungeon. Defias Blackguard. There's nowhere left to hide, Van Cleef. The Defias are through. Alliance Warrior. We're here to finish this. Face us, coward. Alliance Priest. Alliance Rogue. Alliance Hunter. Alliance Mage. None may challenge the Brotherhood.
All of you.
I love that the priest is just standing there. Because the priest is there to heal.
Fools. Our cause is righteous. The Brotherhood shall prevail.
I assume this is just like the actual dungeon fight, boss fight. Victory for the Lions! Glory to Stormwind! Let us return to Sentinel Hill, allies, and inform Gryan of Van Cleef's demise. We're still here. Why are we still here? What? Little girl, Vanessa Van Cleef. Daddy. Stop. Oh, butts. So back. For a brief moment, I was like, oh, there's no Aetheryte to travel to. There's definitely no Aetheryte to travel to because this is World of Warcraft, not FF14. We do have a sprint, however. So I'm just following the yellow dots on my map. So yeah, the before Cata, when you do the Dead Man's Dungeon, you would fight Edwin Van Cleef at the very end. And then I guess after the party leaves, a little girl shows up to cry over her daddy that you killed. Oh, I don't have my pet anymore. Where's my doggy? There's my doggy. I'm level 18 now. 2 more levels and I can actually ride places instead of walk. Oh, I'm supposed to talk to Admiral. Supposed to return to Sentinel Hill. Let's go ahead and do that.
Hey there. See you around.
Once you get more reputation with Stormwind, that will actually make it even cheaper to fly from 5 places. So that's another reason that I'm questing in Westfall rather than Dorkshire, which was where Worgen characters are directed anyway. I don't even get a voice line. Okay, a vision of the past.
The Alliance.
What? Van Cleef had a daughter?
Go with honor.
Rise of the Brotherhood. I had no idea that Van Cleef had a daughter, Justana. If there was one thing that man was exceptionally skilled at, it was keeping secrets. How tragic. Poor thing witnessed a horrible act. Had I only known. What was that? What was that? Did you hear something? It seems as if the gnolls are pulling back. Where are my guards? On guard, Justana! Bear witness to the rise of the Brotherhood.
Light bless you.
I don't like this, Justana. Stay alert. Hope? You bastards will burn for what you did. Hope? What? Hope? Is that what I was supposed to feel when I saw my father decapitated by your henchmen? Hope is a cruel joke played upon us by a harsh and uncaring world. There is no hope. There is only Vanessa Van Cleef. Poof. Rise up, Brotherhood! The dawning day is upon us! Tie them up. Admiral, your hat. Thank you, my dear. And you, Justana, I will spare your life. You have done much to help our cause, albeit unwittingly, but the next time we meet it will be as enemies. Just tell me one thing, Vanessa. Why do you have the Furlbrows killed? I had no choice, Lieutenant. They recognized me. The only people in the world who even knew I existed recognized my face from when I was an infant. I took no pleasure in their deaths. Leave nothing but ashes in your wake, brothers! Burn Sentinel Hill to the ground! So, Rip Snarl, Deerbreaker, Glubtalk. Just Sonic, get to Stormwind. Tell King Wind everything. Everything. Go now. Right. Where's over there? By the way, his name is Thor. I love that.
Good day to you.
I need a ride.
Have a good
Stormwind. So it was basically another hour to finish Westfall. Probably go ahead and start Red Ridge. Westfall mud pie. Your stomach is rumbling. I do have those other quests in Westfall to do. Captain Sanders' Hidden Treasure, The Legend of Captain Grayson. So you can eventually buy a griffin mount. But I think only after you've learned flying. Jungle Bloom. Fishing Extravaganza. Dark Moon Fair starts next week. Huh. Haha, I got your Grungear Gorilla. No fair, give me it back. Give me back my gorilla. So this is Stormwind Keep is way off to the side here. Oh, visiting Orgrimmar in Classic after playing Retail was a trip because it changed a lot with Cata. But actually Stormwind wasn't that different. Here we go. In we go. Hey, hi there.
Worgen-Hunter.
Hello. Have you come to speak with my father?
Welcome to Stormwind, Hunter.
I am Varian, but I am also Logosh. The line of Stormwind's kings has been restored.
Too long have I been gone, fighting my way across Azeroth to rediscover my past and reclaim my throne. With all challenges that have tested With all the challenges that have tested the alliance in my absence, it warms my heart to see heroes such as yourself defending our coalition.
Our struggles are far from
I will
over.
deploy a battalion of soldiers to Westfall at once. The Defiance Brotherhood reborn, an old threat to the kingdom is renewed. So House Run Claymore, House Run Staff, House Run Halberd, House Run Crossbow, House Run Dagger. We're gonna go with the crossbow because I'm a hunter.
Forge a new destiny for Azeroth.
Return to Sentinel Hill. The Defiance Brotherhood are not a force to be taken lightly, Justana. What you witnessed was the birth of a ruthless organization of criminals that will stop at nothing to see Stormwind turn to rubble. I need you to return to Sentinel Hill and let Gryan know that I am sending him troops. I hope it's not too late. Report to Marshal Gryan Stoutmantle at Sentinel Hill in Westfall.
Never
I just
again
came from there!
to see it.
Right. Just bow to all of them in general. Can't wear those yet. I think I'll stop at the bank before I head back to Sentinel Hill. No! Come on, reconnect, please. Hi, Deathwing. There we go. Good thing I didn't have to restart the game entirely. So you can see the bar up here. It's still loading. Anytime now. There we go. But luckily it didn't take too long to reload. There we go. Also, I need to find the hunter trainers and train. So yeah, get some stuff done while I'm here in Stormwind. If I'm still playing World of Warcraft Classic, when they drop Mists of Pandaria, which I don't know if they're actually if they're planning on doing that, because they're doing a thing with that in retail. I might go ahead and do the Pandaren starting zone. Might stream that, and then switch back to Justana to play through the actual Pandaria content. Because I think it'd be a bit much to start a new character all over again, and play from
Safe travels.
level 1. Oh, that was me. Oh, you know what?
You need something?
I'm gonna throw some of these ingredients in here too. Oh, I can't use that yet. Throw that in there. And that. Okay, so I can't do anything with that yet. Okay, look, I have so much space in my bags now.
Have a good one.
Especially because I only have 3. I need to buy bags. I don't remember where to buy bags, but I need to buy them. How much money do I have? Oh, I have some money. Where am I going this way? This way. So that's the Dwarven district that's just in. It's the district closest to Ironforge. The Nomergon, the Deep Run tram, you can enter it here and it'll take you to Ironforge, so you don't have to fly the Griffin. So I think you'd have to pay if you fly the Griffin, but you don't have to pay if you ride the tram, which I'll probably do that at some point. Just to show it off. Oh, I haven't been to Old Town yet? I thought for sure I had come in here because the Hunter Trainer actually is in here. So that's on display, so they sell weapons, I'm assuming. Limited immunity, that's armor joined by the icon Champions Hall. So this is actually the PvP area. So this is actually the level 40 mount. So there's two different versions of the mounts for, oh look, Rogue Trainer. I'm not a rogue. Stable Master, Fighting Trainer. I can't talk to you yet. You don't have anything to teach me, and you won't have anything to teach me because I'll learn it automatically as a Worgen. So this is where you buy endgame gear. You get currency, the justice points and valor points, and you spend those to buy gear, or you can buy heirlooms for your alts. So Pet Trainer, Hunter Trainer, Hunter Trainer, Hunter Trainer.
Greetings.
Seek training the ways of the hunter. Okay, now I can tame another pet without putting this pet in the stable. So you notice that she's a stable master too.
Hey there.
So now I have an empty stable slot. Page 1 of 20, and yeah, so.
Have a good one.
Accessories Quartermaster.
Can I help you?
Yeah. These, you need honor points, and you only get honor points through PvP, which is the bane of my existence. And there's a an achievement for getting all the achievements for during holidays, and one of the holidays is called Children's Week.
Farewell.
And there is one achievement for that where you have to have your kid with you when you do PvP, and you have to do certain things during PvP battlegrounds. And I'm missing like one or two of those. I think like one. And the ones that I did get, I was with the group, and we happened to actually be doing dungeons. No, old content raids. And we had time, so we decided to do a couple, and it was during Children's Week at the time, so we decided to do some battlegrounds so everybody could get the achievement. And I was still missing the one achievement, but we ran out of time, and after that, eventually the group just kind of fell apart. Just other commitments came up, and I never did get to finish that achievement, and it's driving me nuts because it's the only thing I need to get that meta achievement.
Safe travels.
Some bags. But you can only get the achievement when it's Children's Week, which only happens during May. So we've missed it this year. So if I want to try again, I'd have to wait until next year. Okay, I not only threw some stuff in my vault, I also bought bags. So that's definitely going to help with inventory, and of course I can eventually get bigger bags, which we don't want to go to get to the Cathedral District, because that's where I need to go. Let's go this way. The reason I'm not going to the Cathedral District is because that's where the first aid trainer is. They're in the Cathedral. And look, this is a jewel crafting trainer. Jewel crafting, if I remember correctly, was introduced during Burning Crusade, and Draenei get a bonus to jewel crafting. Blood Elves get a bonus to enchanting. Because they are very proficient with magic. You can actually, as a blood elf, get addicted to blood thistle. I accidentally did that as one of my blood elf characters, and I was like, whoopsie. Gnomes are proficient in get a bonus to engineering, because they're gnomes. Dwarves get a bonus to archaeology, which is interesting. Tauren get a bonus to herbalism. It's kind of like the Worgen bonus to skinning. They can collect herbs faster, and they start at a higher level like Worgen do.
Something?
There we go. Heavy lane bandage. I think the next first aid recipe you learn at 80.
Good day to you.
So this is Journeyman first aid. That's the next level of first aid.
Have a good one.
So if I didn't learn that, my first aid would max out at 75. So now it'll max out at 150. But the recipes, you notice that the linen bandage recipe is green now, and the heavy linen bandage recipe went from orange to yellow. That means you won't. Orange means you're guaranteed a skill up when you complete the recipe. Yellow means there's a chance you won't skill up. Green means it'll take more. You'll have to do more to actually get the skill up, and then once it turns gray, you won't get a skill up at all. Orphan Matron Nightingale. They're a class with War Hunter, ones often overlooked. Those causes are the orphans, children who have lost their parents to the far too numerous conflicts that rage across Azeroth. Those children who have no one else to turn to often come here to live until they are old enough to fend for themselves. 1 week out of the year, during the spring, the Alliance takes time to give something back to these innocents. That time is called Children's Week, and that's the holiday that I was just talking about. Basically, you get to take an orphan around and show them a bit of Azeroth outside Stormwind and the orphanage. And actually, my initial character, Justana, my human hunter Justana, not my Worgen Hunter Justana, was one of those orphans, though I didn't realize it at the time. But she and her younger sister were orphaned because their parents died. And then Justana had a twin sister, Artemia, who ended up stuck in Gilneas through story plot reasons, and she ended up a Worgen, and that's who Worgen Justana is supposed to be. But when I tried to name her Artemia or some variant of it, it wouldn't let me. That name was already taken, so I decided to name her Justana, since there isn't a Justana on Classic.
Light be with you.
So let's go back to Sentinel Hill.
The Alliance.
So yeah, you take an orphan around, do some shenanigans with them, and if you have the orphan with you in the PvP battleground, which is so stupid, why would you take a kid to a PvP thing? Then you get achievements. And basically, I wonder if... Yeah, these are the achievements that you can do. World events, these are the different holidays. So during Children's Week, you have the School of Hard... Nope, that's the other thing. School of Hard Knocks. Assault the Tower in Alterac Valley, capture the flag in Eye of the Storm, return a fallen flag in Warsong Gulch, assault the flag in Arathi Basin. I'm missing like one or two of them. And then if you get... And then if you complete all of these achievements, you get the meta achievement, and then there's a super meta achievement for the children. Complete the Children's Week achievements listed below. And if you complete, well, long strange trip and spin, you complete all of the meta achievements for the different holidays, then you get a Violet Protodrake, and I haven't gotten that yet, and it's a pain in the butt to deal with.
Well met. Be careful.
5 years of work burned to the ground in 5 minutes. Damn the Defias. This is only the beginning, Justana. We have a long, hard road ahead of us.
Light bless you.
Threat to the kingdom. There's no doubt that the Defias pose a great threat to the kingdom, but we certainly cannot enter their hideout and hope that everything will work itself out. No, an assault against the Defias is going to take time and planning. I want you to leave the logistics to me. Our kingdom has other threats that must be dealt with immediately. Travel east through Elwyn to Red Ridge and report to Magistrate Solomon in Lakeshire. We'll call for you when we are ready to attack the Defias. Report to Magistrate Solomon at Lakeshire and Red Ridge. So you naturally progress to Red Ridge from here. While the situation here is dire, heroes call Red Ridge Mountains. Other parts of the region are literally quaking from the great upheaval. I have here a report from Watch Captain Parker of Red Ridge Mountains, one of our territories east of the Elwyn Forest. He is asking for a hero to come to their aid. Excuse me. We are spread so thin here that I don't know how we can afford to send any more military. Would you check on Parker and see what he needs? You'll find Watch Captain Parker atop the tower at 3 corners. Report to Watch Captain Parker at Tower Watch in Red Ridge Mountains. So, you notice that it's changed now. All the brigade is up here. And, let's see, we go in the tower. So, trade supplies, bread merchant, warrior, stable master, innkeeper, and then the different trainers, paladin, warrior, warlock, trade supplies, quartermaster, priest trainer, rogue trainer. Is the hunter trainer here? Yeah, there's the hunter trainer, mage trainer. And then way up here at the top. Now, the one thing I've been very careful of in World of Warcraft is jumping down from places. Because in FF14, if you jump down from somewhere, as long as you're not in combat, you won't die. But in World of Warcraft, you will die if you fall too far. You can also drown. So let's actually go ahead and do these other quests. Oh, you know what? I can actually fly to Moonbrook and then continue the other quests. Yeah, let's finish these other quests and then we'll see how I'm doing for time. And then I'll decide if I want to go to Red Ridge.
You need something? See you around.
That's... What was it again? There we go. Dungeon Finder. I can actually do a dungeon if I want to. So these are the only dungeons available to me. Ragefire Chasm, which is actually under Orgrimmar. Wailing Caverns, which is in Northern Barrens. and Shadowfang Keep. Oh, I can't even queue for dead mites. My level is too high. Or maybe not high enough. Shadowfang Keep is actually, that went through a rework with Kata. I don't know what it was before. There were already Worgen in-game before Kata, but
The spell
Um,
isn't ready yet.
they weren't, you couldn't be a Worgen. But there were Worgen already in-game. So now if I went to the skinning trainer, I could learn Journeyman skinning. But yeah, they were mostly in Silverpine Forest, which isn't, which is next to Gilneas. The Gilneas wall cut Gilneas off from Silverpine Forest. But there were Worgen in Silverpine Forest, and I don't remember what you had to do to deal with them. He's barely hurting me. I mean, he's great for me, so that's why I'm not attacking him. Because eventually he'll stop. He'll grow bored. He'll get bored. Yeah. But with Kata, they changed Silverpine Forest, and so it changed Shadowfang Keep. And actually, our old friend Godfrey shows up as the final boss in Shadowfang Keep through shenanigans. He basically, I don't know if Sylvanas is the one who orders it, but he is, Sylvanas has control of Valkyr from that used to be under the Lich King's control, but the Valkyr can raise people as Forsaken. So she uses the Valkyr to raise Godfrey, Ashbury, and I forget who the third guy is. And they're the bosses of the new version of Shadowfang Keep. Do not be alarmed, Worgen. I have long since passed from this land, but I intend no harm to your kind. I have witnessed too much death in my time. My only wish now is for peace. Perhaps you can help my cause. I used to be flesh and blood, just like you, Missy. That is, until that fateful day when the Murlocs attacked the lighthouse. The coast isn't clear. You probably noticed all the shipwrecks along the coast. The Great Sea is treacherous indeed. The coast of Westfall needs to be kept clear, so that if sailors find their way to our beaches, they are safe. The Murlocs are trouble, though. Kill Murloc tide hunters and oracles, and I will see to it that you are rewarded. Kill 7 Murloc tide hunters and 7 Murloc oracles. Keeper of the Flame. The night the lighthouse keeper's family died was horrible. I watched, helpless, as old Murkai led the attack. What's done is done, and now my concern is for the lives of the sailors on the Great Sea, whose ships come close to the perilous rocks of the coastline. With no one to keep watch on the flame, the responsibility has fallen upon me. Help me keep the torch lit by bringing me chasm ooze from the slimes in the raging chasm to the northeast. Bring 5 chasm oozes to Captain Grayson at Westfall Lighthouse. You'll be rewarded. The Coastal Menace. When my life ended upon the rocks, I had no clue what the afterlife held for me. The lighthouse was black that night because the old Murkai had scared the keeper's family off. They returned and relit the flame, but old Murkai coerced the weaker-minded Murlocs to raid the lighthouse with him once again. The second time the family was not so lucky, and before my eyes they perished helplessly. Slay old Murkai if you see him along the shore, and bring me one of his scales, and I shall reward you. Bring a scale of old Murkai to Captain Grayson at the Westfall Lighthouse. So obviously this has nothing to do with the general quest of the zone, but it's fun. And there isn't a ton and a half of side quests in World of Warcraft.
Cast that yet.
So this, that guy, old Murkai. Rude. Attack my pet, not me. Go after my dog. You were supposed to go after my dog, not me. How dare. Very rude. I could actually tame one of the crabs if I so desired. I haven't decided. I got time. So yeah, depending on how long this takes me, I may have to wait to start Lakeshire or Red Ridge until next week, which is okay. So this is one of the herbs for herbalism. But since I have done all of the gathering professions, I tend to notice the nodes for those professions, even if I'm not doing those professions. I don't need to kill old Murkai again. So I'm gonna try not to kill him again, but you know, if he attacks, don't have a choice. He knows he attacks around. Goblin hunters start out with a crab for their pet. Kind of funny. And the crab is almost as big as a goblin. Tide hunters. I need tide hunters. You're an oracle. I'll probably end up killing more oracles anyway. Because I'll aggro them like that.
It's too far away. The spell isn't ready.
One more tide hunter. This way. Oh, I forgot to loot someone. Okay. I think the only Murloc still alive over here is old Murkai. Well, I can turn in the scale to Grayson anyway. Have you laid waste to the menace known as Old Murkai yet? He has been spotted roaming the coastline of Westfall. Return to me with when the foul beast is dead. So, foul heathen Murkai is dead. Well done, Justana. By your hands one life was laid to rest, but perhaps many more were saved. The great sea, wrought with danger as it is, shall be a wee bit safer with this night, thanks to your heroics. So, 9 silver, 68 copper. 9 silver, 19 copper, 20 silver, 73 copper. I think I'll pick that. So that's how I decide if nothing is going to be an upgrade for me. How much will it sell for? And if it sells for the most, that's what I'll pick. Okay, so let's go ahead and tame this. So he's level 13, I'm level 18, I can tame him. So ignore the attacking, just basically you love him and he's like, please, please fight for me. And now I have a crap. I will eventually tame a kitty because I love cats. I cannot resist cats. Okay, right. So we have this quest up here, Captain Sanders' Hidden Treasure. So we'll go ahead and do that. So I have, I started a little later than I originally planned to, so I have like 45 minutes left. Maybe I'll be able to finish. We'll see. Okay, so Murloc Hunter, Murloc Oracle. So the Murloc Hunters are not the same as Side Hunters, so they wouldn't count for that one quest. Brack. I think he is a silver. He's a rare.
I'm out of range.
Oh look, a Tide Hunter. Oh, right. Maybe? Oh, I'm too low. Too far south. I'm not low. I'm definitely not too low.
Need to target something first.
There we go. I finished that quest for Captain Grayson. Okay, let's see. Ooh. Okay, so for fishing, I didn't actually show you how to do fish. So you have to equip the fishing pole. In later expansions, you don't have to equip it, and then you just click the button, and you click the bobber when it splashes, and if you look carefully, you can see that there's like a disturbance in the water around all the debris. So that's basically a fish. It normally can be a school of fish, but in this case, it's just debris, floating debris, and you can get some. If you find a school of fish, you will likely get the fish that the school is made up of. But debris, you get some random stuff. Usually something useful, like strangle kelp. It is an herb that you usually is usually found on the seabed, or you get lager, which is alcohol, or you get a trunk. Ooh! So I got coins and a bolt of woolen cloth, which normally you need wool to actually make. Oh. Right. Equip my dagger. Thankfully, as a hunter, the fishing pole does not replace my bow, but for other classes it would replace their actual weapon. And of course, if I need to actually use my melee weapon, I would be basically attack with my fishing pole instead of my dagger. So there's a website that I use to help me. Basically, it's the most efficient way to level crafting professions, but also where to go if your mining or herbalism or skinning is a certain level. And there's actually, they have a guide to leveling, cooking, and fishing at the same time. So I got two, I got 2 trunks that time. Nice, 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 nice. Okay. Now, I'm going this way because I'm less likely to be attacked by murlocs. The murlocs are amphibious, so they're at home in the water as well as on land. But they tend to roam around on land more than in the water, at least in these parts of Westfall. Who's up there? So you see, this is Oily Blackmouth School. That is useful for alchemy. Oh, that's just an oracle. Okay. So how high is my fishing? 48. Okay. So actually, let's go ahead and do some more fishing. I think actually, no, the problem with fishing is you need to be on land to do it. So there was a potion that I stuck in my vault. It's a water walking potion, and that allows you to stand on water. And if you use that potion, then you can stand on the water itself and fish at the same time. Shamans can cast water walking on themselves and others. The old gnome in the sea. So the floating debris didn't count, but that did. Okay. So that's just an achievement for fishing from a school of fish. So now my fishing is at 50 and the school of fish is gone. Okay. That's okay. That got me up to 50 fishing, which was what I wanted. So I will try to remember to do Dark Moon Fair next week. Okay, we're almost to Captain Sanders' treasure. Gonna have to kill some murlocs to get to it. Like this guy. So the World Hunter has a crab pet. This guy. So you can't loot, the pets don't drop anything, but the murlocs do. So I think it's actually on the other side of this wreck. Oh, there's the question mark. Captain Sanders' hidden treasure. The footlocker slowly creaks open. Sand and water seem to be its only contents. But wait! A small crab scurries out with a clue to the treasure in his claws. The clue to the treasure reads, "Good work, matey. Now you need to head due east. East up the bluffs, east to the road. Look for the old chimney ruins near the side of the road. There you'll find an old barrel with your next clue. Find the old barrel near the ruined chimney and search it for your next clue." So... actually, it's not far from where we need to go for that quest for Captain Grayson. And I know I'm being attacked. I don't care. You're not gonna hurt me. Look at all these gnolls that are that are way below my level. There we go. So we're going this way. So I forget exactly, I don't know if I ever found out why this happened. Why this is the way it is. Gold Coast Quarry. So we need to go down here. Whee! Whee! So there is a cave, but I don't think there's anything in the cave. There is mining nodes, but we're not mining. So we actually need to go this way. So these are what we need to kill for Captain Grayson. More fuel for the lighthouse. Chasm Ooze quest item, so I need 5 of them. Raging Chasm. So these are slightly higher. Extinguished torch corpse. Going this way. The nice thing about about these oozes is they're yellow. So now that I've gotten everything I need from them, they'll ignore me as long as I don't do anything to them, which I'm not planning on. This looks like the right barrel. A clue to Sanders' treasure. Good work, treasure hunter. Captain Sanders' hidden treasure. Searching through the barrel, you discover another piece of parchment. This one reads, "Now from this here barrel, face ye north. Straight as a crow flies, keep ye walking till you see the empty jug next to the lone windmill on the sea bluffs. If you poke around that jug, you just might find what you're looking for. Search the empty jug next to the windmill for the next clue." So this was from another character. Eastern Kingdoms Westfall quest. Complete 35 quests in Westfall. It's way up there. I'm now faced with the decision to go up here or down here. We'll go north. Oh look, a gore tusk. Sorry, but I need your skin. That's another thing. If you skin a mob that is quite a bit below you, sometimes you'll get more stuff. I think that's part of that comes from being a Worgen. But one thing I found when I was playing even just on retail was I had to occasionally take opportunities to kill skinnable mobs. Otherwise, I wasn't going to be able to keep leveling skinning. When I got to the end game, the current expansion content, then it was easy to keep skinning leveled. Because you just naturally end up killing plenty of skinnable mobs along the way. But doing these quests, it was really easy to forget and end up being too low, having your skinning too low to skin. So this is the windmill that the clue referred to. I think when you get to a certain point, your level is so much higher than the other mobs that they don't even attack you. They don't bother. They just ignore you if you're too high. Okay, here it is. Look, a jug. Jug, 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 jug. There's a clue sticking out of the empty jug. You're on your way to the jackpot, treasure seeker. Sure enough, deep within the old jug there is another clue to Sandra's treasure. The ink has run in some places and the paper smells like whiskey, but you can make out some of the text. Now that you found the old whiskey jug, you're almost to the treasure. Just face west from the bottle and walk down to the shore. Once you get to the water, keep going. Swim straight west till you find the island with me treasure chest. Locate Captain Sandra's chest and open it for your reward. Silver bars, Captain Sandra's shirt, Captain Sandra's sash, Captain Sandra's booty bag. Wrong place. Well, poopers. But you see what I mean by the Murlocs being at home in the water as they are on land? They're all over the place here. Yeah, I'm ignoring you. You can barely hurt me. So that island over there. Sure is persistent. So I think it's, yeah, not that island, this island. Go away. Jeez. There we go. The lost treasure, Captain Sanders awaits. The hinges on the old chest are rusty, but they still work. You force the chest open and take the booty. Congratulations. Oh, right, I can't use it there. Okay. There we go. I need to sell stuff. There we go. Okay, what is my hardstone set for? Stormwind, damn it. I think I'd be better off heading for Sentinel Hill and then fly to Moonbrook and then run from there. Right. But yeah, in World of Warcraft, the only way to get places quickly is the taxi service. And there's no way, there isn't like aetherytes, the various locations that you can just teleport to. And even in SWOTR, Star Wars The Old Republic, there's quick travel. So you can use that to get to places where you've already been and then take the taxi from there. But my one complaint about FF14 is that the taxis you can't just go from like here I can go from Sentinel Hill to Moonbrook and back. In FF14, you can't just take a taxi from like, say, Central Shroud to, yeah, it doesn't work. It's not quite the same. There's set routes that you can take, and that's it. But most people in FF14 just teleport anyway, so that inconvenience isn't as big a deal. So my pet, I'll just I think I would have to look at, wait, pet towns. There we go. Okay, Crab is a Tenacity pet. Awesome. So Tenacity pets, they're meant to be tanks. So that's cool. I guess because he has the shell. Yeah, I'm a little too close to the Reaper there. Harvest Reaper. And I need to work on my talents. I have 3 unspent talents. So as you get close to Sentinel Hill, once you finish the quest line, it changes a bit. You get the burning sky, and it's Defias fighting the Westfall Brigade soldiers instead of the gnolls. So this is the only part of the map I haven't actually explored yet, so I'm gonna go do that. Okay, so efficiency reduces the focus cost of your arcane shot by 3 and your explosive shot and chimera shot by 6. Go for the throat, your ranged auto shot critical hits cause your pet to generate 10 focus. Careful aim increases the critical strike chance of your steady shot, cobra shot, and aim shot by 30% on targets who are above 90% health. Turn left. How far do I have to go? Come on. So right across the bank is Elwyn Forest. No, Duskwood. Excuse me. That's Elwyn Forest. There we go. Wait, there's still a spot that I haven't explored yet? Oh, I think I know. It's behind Moonbrook. Oops. This way. So that's quest exploration. There we go. Explore Eastern Kingdoms. Ha ha ha. The Dagger Hills. Yep, that's down here. Basically, dead mines are underneath here. Okay, so I think, yep, we're gonna have to save Redbridge for next week. Which is fine.
Hey there.
I need a ride.
See ya.
So... yeah, this is Owen Forest. You can tell that I haven't really quested here. And this, it means Redbridge is over here. This is where I'm going to be questing next week. And after I finish Redbridge, I'm probably going to go ahead and move on to Duskwood. There is some stuff relevant to Worgen's there, so definitely want to quest there. Oh, right. Let's see. So Duskwood, actually, I could skip Redbridge entirely. Because I am almost too high for Redbridge. But like I said, just like I like the story in Westfall, I like the story in Redbridge as well. So I'm going to go ahead and quest there. And then Duskwood, definitely there's stuff, like I said, there's stuff that's relevant to Worgen in there. We actually will run into Tobias in Duskwood. So definitely want to quest there. And then I don't know if I'm going... I know that Duskwood leads you to Northern Stranglethorn and then Cape of Stranglethorn, but I'm not sure if I want to quest there or not. It does... well, at least Northern Stranglethorn. Because there's a quest that's sort of relevant for hunters. Sort of, because basically you run into a guy who likes to hunt game. And, you know, it feels like, and he does, he's actually relevant to Hunters and Legion. And it just, there we go, explore Westfall. And it just feels like I should do at least those quests. But I think he's only in Northern Stranglethorn, and basically the Kalimdor and Eastern Kingdoms. He does show up again in Outland, which is the zones, the area for Burning Crusade, and then again in Northrend. I don't remember if he shows up in the Cata zones. I know he doesn't show up. He shows up in Mists of Pandaria. He definitely doesn't show up in Warlords of Draenor. Oh, hi. That's that rare that we saw earlier. He has a very large patrol area. And he shows up in Legion. He's actually, in Legion they start with class specific stuff, so he's relevant for hunters in that. And then I'm not sure about the others. The coast isn't clear. Well done, Jason. You have quite a knack for combat. Thanks to you, the coast of Westfall is a safer place. The flame will not burn for long without ooze, Jason. We used to use oil back in the day, but it was hard to come by. Praise you, brave hunter. The rocks of the Westfall coast shall be lit thanks to your hard work. Many lives will be spared so long as the torch is kept lit. I died needlessly on this very shore. My afterlife plight is to see that no others follow my destiny. So, I pick one of these and I get both of these. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and use my Hearthstone to go back to Stormwind. And we'll actually go ahead and stop here.
Greetings.
And sell some stuff. Actually, I want to keep that. Come on. Don't tell me you're going to crash again. Disconnect again. Yep. Disconnected again. They were doing some maintenance earlier, so I guess they're still having a little trouble. Good thing I'm just about done for the day. On Sunday, I will be starting a new visual novel. It's called Butterfly Soup, and it's basically about lesbians playing baseball. So I like baseball, and I'm definitely down for any stories that feature women loving women. So I was like, well, let's give this a try. I was just looking through the different games on itch that I put in my wish list collection, and I saw that, and I was like, well, let's give that a try. I'm not going to drink that. I'm not going to use that. So that is the plan for Sunday, and it is for free. But whoops, don't want to sell that. Come back here. Give me that back. And, I haven't, depending on how I like the first game, I may go ahead and play the second game. I don't know how long it's going to take to get through the first game. We'll just have to wait and see when I actually play it. And then next Wednesday, my plan is to continue with Cataclysm Classic with Red Ridge.
Need help?
Okay. You go there. 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 Oh, I need to open those. You go in there too. I forgot that crafting stuff purchase a bank slot, and there we go. 6 more slots for my bank. Actually, I'll sell you because you're not going to do me any good. Hang on to that, and hang on to that. And also you as well. Oh, okay. All this mail gear.
On a break.
Once I can actually wear mail, then I can equip it. And then Sell it. Equip it for T-mod purposes. Okay.
What can I do for you?
Okay. And my bank is very full. I need to do something about that. Nope, gonna keep that for now. Guess I decided to change my shirt. And now I have no room in my bank.
For the Alliance.
Let's see whether they're working.
King's honor, friend.
There. Some of this stuff I can actually send to my other characters. Which I probably will do.
Light bless you.
Inventory management, end game of every video game. Constant struggle.
I buy and trade.
That's not gonna do me any good.
Go with honor, friend. Farewell.
These are actually
Go with honor, friend. Farewell.
from
Light bless you. Safe travels. Be careful. Farewell.
from just I don't need that. Just because I've been part of classic World of Warcraft from the start, basically. I technically already know this because of event collection, so bye-bye. Okay. Let's see. Okay. I got my fishing to
Hello.
level 50, so train me.
Safe
So
travel.
that's all you learn from the fishing trainer is the various levels of fishing. That's it. Most other gathering, well, skinning is the same thing. Why is my skinning? Right, I need to learn that. Skinning is and herbalism are the same thing as is. No, I think that's it. And archaeology. But oh right, and mining. You don't have to learn anything special beyond the different levels, so you can keep going, getting skill ups. But yeah, all the crafting professions, you have to learn recipes as well as the various levels.
Need help? See you around.
Okay, so so in Stormwind, there is a cooking trainer over here. So there's a cooking trainer down here.
Hey there.
Can't teach me anything, but up here is a vendor who sells cooking recipes. So I have So I have basically leveled up my cooking while buying
for something
recipes
specific?
from him.
Safe travels.
Beer basic boar ribs, you can actually get that recipe. I think the cracked boar ribs you can only get drops from boars in the zone where Iron Forge is. So I would basically need to go back to my bank and grab the ingredients. I don't even know what cooking recipes I have. Oh, I have these. So this tells me not only if this character has those items, but also my other characters. So Maybell is actually a paladin. You can tell by the color of her name. The different colors are based on which class they are. And Shomal is a shaman. And so they both have small eggs. So if I really wanted to, I could send my eggs to May or Shomal, and they could make those. So I can actually. So Ikatera is actually an orc hunter that I created on a different server. So yeah, and so it's just one of my mods that I has to help me keep track of who has what, so that I'm not constantly switching from character to character trying to figure out who has what ingredients. But since Ikatera is on another server and an orc, she can't mail stuff to just Donna. So this is where you come for blacksmithing training, and you used to specialize in either weapons or armors blacksmithing, but that's not a thing anymore. And I think I talked about last time, the only crafting professions that have specializations still are engineering and alchemy. So that's it for this week. Next week, like I said, Sunday we'll be playing a new visual novel. And then next Wednesday we will hopefully be back in Cataclysm. And hopefully Sunday my internet will cooperate and the stream will go fine. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to re-record the second part of A Fairy's Tale or not yet. So thank you for watching, and if you're watching this on YouTube, please like, share, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And take care. Bye.